Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music. I have a explosive. As I always say, I got 15 minutes to rock this post. It ain't gonna be nice. This woman that I'm about to chop up is lucky that I only got 15 minutes. So let me get straight to show you why she's so damn lucky. This woman named here,
Statistics
Abby Johnson.
over emotion. Okay?
Abby Johnson.
Now, I'll tell you what does make me angry.
Crime
minute,
expert.
But right now, I'm going to look at statistics over emotion. Okay? Statistically, I look at our prison population, and I see that there is a disproportionately high number of African American males in our prison population for crimes, particularly for violent crimes. So, statistically, when a police officer sees a brown man, like my Jude, walking down the road, as opposed to my white nerdy kids, my white nerdy men, walking down the road, because of the statistics that he knows in his head, that these police officers know in their head, they're going to know that statistically, my brown son is more likely to commit a violent offense over my white sons. Okay? So the fact that in his head he would be more careful around my brown son than my white son, that doesn't actually make me angry. That makes that police officer...
That makes you a fucking idiot. That's exactly what that makes you, folks. Now, well, I'm going to go back and I'm going to chop this bitch up a little piece at a time, okay? All right? So, first of all, let's get to the first thing that she says.
Look at statistics over emotion.
Okay, let's stop at that one word, statistics. Statistically, bitch, we make up 13.5% of the population. I'm talking about, as y'all call us, African Americans, you fat eyebrow drawed on bitch. We make up 13.5% of the population, but we are disproportionately represented more in the jails than the whole of the United States of America. But you're a crime expert, you're a crime stat guru, and you don't know that simple fact? Now, the mere fact that you was allowed to adopt a black child is how did you pass the psychological test for that? I can't stand it when you white bitches think you doing the whole of black neighborhoods a favor by going to adopt a black child. And let me tell you something. First of all, you would understand something. The mere fact that you got on this screen and said what you said about that boy, that child that you adopted, that black child that you adopted so easily, tells me that that's the life that that kid led around you. You were telling him his whole entire life living with you, white bitch, with your nerdy white children, that he was probably dominating, and you had to come up with a reason why. You nasty looking bitch. This is what you've been teaching your son, so you wonder why he's acting out. Because statistically, bitch, you've been teaching him the wrong shit. You are supposed to be some kind of activist. I went and checked out your page before I talk shit about you. Instead of you talking about black life because you adopted a black kid, you should be talking and sticking to what you know best. Keeping dicks up in you and avoiding to get pregnant. Because that's what your career is based on. Your abortions. Nasty bitch. Now, I get tired of this shit of you white women thinking that y'all have the right to do and say what you want to do. You have the right to say that the police should feel comfortable when they stop a black man with his uncomfortableness. Because based on statistics, it tells the police any black man that he stopped is inherently violent. And someone gave you a PhD? Someone allowed you to adopt children? Are you fucking kidding me? If this kid is underage, he should be taken out of your fucking house. Listen to some more of this bitch.
Okay? Now, I'll tell you what does make me angry in a minute, but I'm right now...
I don't want to fucking know what makes you angry. I don't want to fucking know.
Statistically, I look at our prison population, and I see that there is a disproportionately high number of African-American males in our prison population for crimes, particularly for violent crimes.
Okay, let's stop right there for a minute. So basically what you're saying is that white folks don't commit violent crimes. I'm glad I caught you looking like that, because your mouth looked like you're about to suck some dick. I might as well pull mine out and let you finish. Come, bucket. I despise people like you that think you're doing society a favor. You wear that adopting that black kid with a badge, like a badge of courage, like you did us a favor. And all you did was basically destroy another black man, because I guarantee you, at every chance you got, you stripped his identity from him. You had no more than a fucking indentured slave living in your house. When I say the word slave, I don't mean slave as in physical labor. I mean mentally. He was mentally enslaved to that bullshit that you and your white nerdy kids and your white nerdy husband was feeding him. You white people think because y'all got a little money, let me go out and grab me a black child from somewhere. That could ease my pain of what my ancestors did about slavery. But basically, the only thing you did is went to an adoption agency, signed some paperwork, and they gave you a free nigga. Bitch.
So, statistically, when a police officer sees a brown man, like my Jude, walking down the road, as opposed to my white nerdy kid.
Not only do you how do I put this? Not only do you embarrass the kid, you call him by name, like my Jude. So folks, wherever this lady lives in, now, do you not believe that every time the police see this particular kid named Jude, they're not going to rough him up? Well, your own mama says that you're a problem. In a minute, but that's my adopted mama, and she white. I don't give a fuck. Get on the ground. Let me put this knee at your neck. See how long it'll take you to stop breathing. Last nigga didn't make it but 8 minutes and 46 seconds, according to folks like this. Because this is how they talk behind the scenes, folks. This is how they talk. Like Donald Trump, allowing that, retweeting that shit talking about white power, and he didn't hear it. Come on. Come on, bitch. Say something else stupid.
It's my white nerdy men walking down the road. Because of the statistics that he knows in his head, that these police officers know in their head, they're going to know that statistically, my brown son is more likely to commit a violent offense.
Where did you get this information from, Abby? I would really like to know. Where did you compile your information from? See, this is what the problem is. You are perpetuating what black people are saying, that statistically we are stopped by the police just because of shit, of sentences like that. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. No, you are the part of the problem. You can't solve your own stupidity. Stupid is as stupid does, you double chin bitch. They should strip that word from your fucking t-shirt right there. You shouldn't be a black kid's mom. stupid bitch. Somebody married you thinking they had a prize, didn't they? Somebody wakes up next to you every morning looking at you with that hateful look on your face, like you the queen of the world. Nasty bitch. Basically, I'm going to tell you what you did, and I'll say this again. You went and you thought you was going to make yourself feel good with the population around you. Look, I went and adopted me a black kid. See, I'm doing my part. No one can call me a racist. Even though I might say racist things, I can always fall back on, I went out of my way to adopt a black kid when his own parents didn't want him. If there are no white kids in adoption agencies, why didn't you go grab one of them motherfuckers? Why didn't you leave our kids alone? That was the best one. What you thought you went puppy shopping that day? Ooh, let me get this unusual one. I don't want one that looked like us. Dumb bitch. No disrespect to anybody that's adopting children, but me personally, if I was going to adopt a child, I would adopt a child that looks like me.
Over my white sons. Okay? So the fact that in his head, he would be more careful around my brown son than my white son, that doesn't actually make me angry.
Of course. No, don't raise your hand to me, bitch. No. Of course that wouldn't make you angry. Because literally, that is not your biological son. So all we can go by is what you tell us about how you feel about that child, or your son, as you call him. Because I hear some little ones in the background. So I'm wondering, do you think this is a puppy farm that when one child gets grown, so you can keep that check rolling in, you go grab you another one? Or did you get a bonus for adopting a black kid? Is that it? You got more money if you took a black kid into a white family? This is not, what is that show from the 80s? This is not Mr. Drummond. What you talking about, Willis? The fuck wrong with you, bitch? How you gonna get on YouTube with a platform your size and call a child that you supposedly have love for inherently violent, that the police should beware of him when they see him? But your nerdy white kids can basically walk down the street toting a gun, and the police should have no fear of them. That's why those two kids in Columbine were so easily, it made it so easily into that school, because nobody suspected these two white kids of doing some dastardly deeds that they did. That's why Dylan Roof was so easily to sit in that church and gun down 9 black people. Because he is not inherently violent. You dumb, fat, nasty, eyebrow drawn on, look like you got a wig piece on bitch. I hope you stay out in the sun too long. And you go to some place in Georgia or Mississippi, and they confuse you as a light-skinned black woman. Highway 80 in Mississippi, in Meridian, Mississippi. I'm sure you know about Meridian, Mississippi. Anyway, I think I about had enough of you. Like I said, I only got 15 minutes to rock this post, so I'm going to leave it just at that. Bye, bitch.